Hello, welcome all. As first video, we are doing here a site-to-site VPN between a Fortigate and a Sonicwall. The Fortigate 40F and the Sonicwall TZ470. Here the scenario is both the locations having a dynamic DNS instead of static IP, so we will configure accordingly. First of all, we will do the head office side, which is Sonicwall. I prefer to do the Sonicwall in wizard mode instead of manual configuration. So we can do the manual configuration also, but in Sonicwall, wizard mode is much easier than the manual configuration. So open the wizard, then select VPN guide, then click next. Use site-to-site VPN, then click next again. Here we just give a policy name as representing the location. We'll use a pre-shared key. With this pre-shared key we'll use on both the location. Then as we are using a dynamic DNS, give the dynamic DNS address of the remote location and click next. Here we select the local subnet and the destination network. As a local subnet, we select a LAN subnet. The destination network, we don't have any network created here. We have to create an address object. Give a name for the address object. Then select the zone as VPN. Then the network type, you have to select a network and type the remote network and the net mask for the network. Then save the address object. Then go back and select the saved address object in the destination network. And then click next. Then here the proposal I am choosing DH group 2 and the rest everything I am leaving as it is, and click next. Here is a summary of the wizard, the VPN we created. Finish. So we created the ipsec tunnel on the head office side. Now we have to edit and change few settings, which is the local ID, local IKE ID and the peer IKE ID. We are going to choose domain name and we are giving the dynamic DNS domain name as it is for the peer ID and the local ID. The respective domains we are putting it here. Now we can cross-check all the tabs, network and proposals. You can make necessary adjustments in the proposal, but make sure configure the same proposal on the other side, in the Fortigate as well. Now you can save. Now the tunnel is saved. All the configuration done in the Sonicwall side. You can check the access rules on the firewall policies. Here in our case, during the wizard, all the required firewall policies has been created automatically. We can cross-check it from a LAN to VPN policy and the VPN to LAN policy as well. So we are done with the Sonicwall side. We will move on to the Fortigate side for the rest of the configurations. Here we are in the Fortigate interface. The first configuration here we are going to do, create a dynamic DNS address. Here we have to use FortiGuard servers as a DNS servers to get enable the FortiGuard dynamic DNS. Then choose WAN interface and click use public IP address. Then type a unique name. This is the name exactly that we used in Sonicwall as a dynamic DNS. Click apply. Now you can see the dynamic DNS has been populated and you can see the public IP on the domain name. Next, we have to create address objects in the policies and objects address section. Create new address. Give a name for the local address and the network and the subnet mask. You don't need to select any interface here. Click OK. So one more address we have to create for the remote location, which is the head office. Same as before, give a name and type the network and the net mask. No need to select any interface. Click OK. Now we created both the address object for the local network and the head office network. Next, we will create ipsec tunnel. For that, come to VPN section, then click ipsec tunnel. It will open in a wizard mode. Suppose in the remote location, if we have a Fortigate or a Cisco firewall, we can continue with the wizard. But in our case, it is different. We are using a Sonicwall, so we go for a custom setting. Type a name, click next. As we are using dynamic DNS, select dynamic DNS. Type the head office dynamic DNS address. Then choose the interface. Here in my case, the WAN interface is a ISP managed VLAN because the device is managed by ISP. You can choose physical WAN interface if the device is unmanaged. So here now I am choosing the HSI VLAN interface as my WAN interface. Then here no need to have any changes. Just add the pre-shared key, same as the Sonicwall. Then choose aggressive mode. I am creating here aggressive mode, and peer ID, which is the same dynamic DNS address of the head office. And you can give the proposal matching with the head office. Disable all the unnecessary proposals and give only the proposal that we used in the head office for the phase 1 proposal. And for the phase 2 proposal, here you have to change the subnet to named address and select the address objects that we created previously for the local address and the remote address. Then you click advanced, and here you can mention the phase 2 proposal. Same as before, disable or close unnecessary proposals and choose the ones that you selected in Sonicwall. Make sure you keep the same proposal in both ends. Click auto negotiate and it will enable auto keep alive as well. Now click OK. Now we created the tunnel. Here's the tunnel that we created. Here we missed to add the local IKE ID on proposal 1. So we just edit the tunnel and adding the local IKE ID. Type the local IKE ID here. Apply and OK. Yes, it's time to create the firewall policies. Create both direction from the remote location to HO. Just select LAN as the incoming interface, outgoing interface. Choose the tunnel interface that we created a HO, and the source. Select the remote location LAN address object that we created, and the destination. Select the HO LAN address object, and services. I'm enabling all. You can choose the services if you want. I'm not enabling the security profiles, antivirus filters, web filters and all. I'm clicking OK. Here in Fortigate, you can create the reverse policy in an easy way. Right click and clone reverse. Click clone reverse. You will get the exact reverse policy. You just edit, add the name according to HO to the location. See here, everything is reversed. Incoming interface, outgoing interface, source, destination, everything is reversed. Just add the name and scroll down to enable the policy. Nothing else to change here. Click OK. Only 2 policies are required. That has been done. Now let's bring the tunnel up. Go to ipsec monitor. Bring up the tunnel. Yes, our tunnel is up. Now we have to do few more settings to get the traffic between 2 locations. We have to add static route. Create a new route. Give the destination address, which is the head office network with the subnet. Select the interface, tunnel interface. Click OK. Now we have to add same destination address and the subnet. Choose the interface as black hole interface. With these static routes, We have done the configuration of Fortigate. Now we can test the connection. We'll ping to our head office Sonicwall LAN IP. Yes, we are getting the pin. Yes, now we successfully established the VPN tunnel between a Fortigate and the Sonicwall, and the data is transferring. See, we are pinging from the head office location to the Fortigate LAN IP. That also working fine. Now we will ping a host on the head office LAN from the remote location, from the Fortigate side. Yes, it is pinging. So we successfully established the connection. Now here on the settings, you can enable more columns to view more details about the connection. Similarly, in the ipsec monitor window also, you can enable the columns to view the status and the details about the tunnel. Since we got the VPN tunnel established, let's see on the Sonicwall side. Yes, everything is fine. So that's the end of the configuration. If you have any queries, please let me know. Thank you very much.